3 questions to ask before you give up on your business. Let's talk about it. Roll. Welcome back to another video where we started exploring this whole idea on giving up, and how there's a couple questions that will drive that motivational factor of you moving forward or giving up. These 3 questions revolved around your emotional state, with the first asking, why are you feeling like this? Truly, why are you feeling like this? Where the second focused on the expectations, and how if we have these high expectations, well, naturally we're going to be disappointed more often than not, especially when the expectations are, how do we say this the easy way, out in left field. Finally, we asked ourselves, what happens when you give up? What is the result of giving up? Have you planned this out? And if you haven't, well, maybe giving up is not the best option for you right now. Now again, this applies to all areas of our lives, from business to careers to our personal life, our personal self-development, and of course, our relationships. The ones with our family, friends, and of course the significant other. This video will be focusing on business and that idea we get of giving up because the business isn't really doing what it's supposed to be doing. Because I get at this more often than not, and it's usually because this isn't coming in, and because it's not coming in, well, that emotion to give up starts piling up. And the question really begs, why are you feeling the way you're feeling? Is it because something has just occurred in your business? Or is it because something has been happening continually? Maybe you were expecting this big goal, but because you're not reaching it, you're starting to see the reality as it comes. Now the question always begs, did you do everything you needed to do to see that reality come to life? An expectation, rather, I should say, to the reality. But that's really where we're living. We're in our reality. We've created this reality based on that expectation, and then we sit there asking ourselves, why aren't we succeeding? And a lot of the times planning didn't really work out the way we had thought it would, and we didn't plan 100%. We jumped into something, and as we jumped into it, well, we didn't follow through on all the things we could have followed through on. Where we should have spent more time on sales, maybe we spent it on the marketing, and maybe on the advertisements, or maybe we just didn't plan those at all. We decided we'd do some Facebook ads and see how it works out. Or maybe the product planning and the service planning wasn't done right, and now you're just kind of like, oh, none of this will work. I'm charging too much. I'm not charging enough. You name it. Does this apply just to small business? No, it applies to all forms and sizes of business. Of course, the people that are at the top are the ones responsible for the success or failures. It's a hard place to be in. And when I do get these questions from people, they're wondering, should I give up on my business? They're in and out of that zone trying to figure it out, and the reality is that they're stuck in a hamster wheel where they keep doing the same things day in, day out, expecting a better result. Yes, they might make some little tweaks, but the reality is they're not making drastic changes that are big enough to solidify the opportunity for success to happen. And this is the simple reality of this. We tend to get complacent in that day-to-day. We tend to just keep moving forward thinking the opportunities will come, and then one day we come to our realizations of what life is and what our actual expectations were compared to reality's expectations. The goal is to understand what is coming next. It's understanding, what's the real reason of you giving up, firstly, but secondly, if you do give up, what's gonna happen? What's happening after that? Are we planning for that, or did you plan to do all this and you failed at it, so you're gonna just go do something else without planning for that either? Planning to quit is a plan that you need to make in order to succeed at quitting in a way where you mitigate all the risk factors and you are able to successfully get through that quitting phase without having massive regrets and a little bit of money in your pocket. But the idea is very hard to put into perspective when we're in the situation. Stepping out, much easier, and I've been there just like you guys. I've been there and I was wondering what's going on, and I just want to give up, and Going back to this idea of being structured about this, it's incredibly challenging. If you're stuck in this position where you feel like giving up, ask yourself, firstly, why are you feeling like this? Is it something that's happening in your business each and every day and you're just repeating the wheel, or is it something that just happened and is just burying you alive and you can't breathe? Ask yourself, is it a one-time isolated thing that you can get out of, or is it something that I can't keep doing anymore? Then ask yourself about the expectations, and are these expectations real that I had, or do I need to go back to the drawing board, replan things out, have lower expectations, go back to that day-to-day and make sure I'm doing the right things so I can finally find success? And that will be all part of that planning. And most importantly, ask yourself, what happens if you quit? What happens to that mentality? Because the reality is, you started this for a reason. What was that reason? Is that reason not there anymore, or is it hidden because of all the problems? Is it something that you should be giving up on because it makes sense and logical? Or is it something you should just put aside for a sec emotionally, go back to the drawing board, and start smashing new goals that will get you moving in the right direction? My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button to get your daily motivational idea to get you moving in the right direction. And of course, leave your comment below. You've been in this situation. What are your thoughts? What did you do? What did you do different if you were in it again? Because who knows, somebody might be reading your comment and they might relate to what you have written, and you might help change their life.